started playing hockey when I was probably 4 or 5, and a lot of that was from my father. My father had played growing up and went to Michigan State on a hockey scholarship. I played a lot of different things growing up, but hockey was my sport. I remember, liking other sports, but I can never remember loving anything the way I loved hockey. I just loved being in the rink and loved playing it. Playing some summer hockey is okay, but I don't know if it needs to be a 12-month-a-year job. So you definitely want the development of the athlete. You want to play other sports. You want to develop that hand-eye coordination from some of the the baseball sports or tennis sports, soccer. They're all great. 8, 9, maybe 10 years ago, I really changed my philosophy of coaching and really went to, almost everything we do is we try to shrink the zone or shrink the area or, put our guys in tight confined spaces and force them to do things in tight areas and take away their time and space, because that's really what happens in games. I think it's helped me, my coaching style, it's helped our coaching style for my staff, and I think we're producing better players, and we get good players and we make them better. I think that's something that Quinnipiac is known for. We really develop our talent. And a lot of it is that small ice mentality. What we need to focus on with teaching at the youth hockey level is the skill development and the skating and making plays in tight confined areas and tight spaces, making plays when you don't have time and space. I was helping out as an assistant with the Mighty Riverhawks this year, and the big thing that I would say to all the Mike coaches that are out there, whether it's house A or B, while there's so many things that you can cover and teach these kids, I think the biggest thing that you need to do is have them practice and play games at pace. High tempo, high pace, do things quickly. If you brought 100 elite hockey people from the United States into a room and said, do you like this ADM model? 98 of them are going to say it's great. Anyone who I think really knows what's going on with the game of hockey right now wants the ADM model. I've always liked the model, and when my son started playing, I was excited for him to do the 3-on-3 cross ice. The thing that shocked me as I got into it is in Connecticut, we don't do the 3-on-3 cross ice. It's all 4-on-4 half ice. And that's, we had to adapt, or youth hockey had to adapt in the state because they don't have enough goalies. I would really like to see Connecticut stay with that model and play 3-on-3 cross ice. I think 4-on-4 cross ice is it's a huge improvement over the 5-on-5 full ice. 5-on-5 full ice, you got 3 or 4 kids that touch the puck, everybody else is just chasing it, and they don't really get developed, and it's not a lot of fun for a lot of those kids. We want those kids to have fun, we want them to come back. We don't want to lose our players to other sports. We need to do a good job of keeping all of our athletes in the sport, because there's so many kids, I see it all the time, where a kid that's just okay at 8, 9, 10 years old could be that kid who plays in the NHL. He could blossom at 14, 15, 16 years old. Now, if he's not enjoying hockey at a young age, he's going to quit and he's going to go play another sport. So I think we really need to make these kids have fun. If you ask 7 and 8-year-olds, a lot of the complaints that they have about 3-on-3, they're hearing it from the parents. The parents are the ones complaining, and they're telling the kids, and the kids are like, it's almost like they're brainwashing them. We need to be better, and we need to change things. And I give USA Hockey a lot of credit. It's basically USA Hockey is saying what we've done the last 25 years is wrong. It's a mistake, and we want to change it. You look right now at the best state at producing hockey players by far is Minnesota. You play for your town the whole way through. You're locked in with your best friends for life, and you play hockey. You don't quit, because you're always playing with your buddies and you're having fun, and then you get to a point, you see a lot of those kids will blossom at 16, 17, 18 years old. Right now, the Minnesota model, nothing even touches it. It's the best model going. The numbers don't lie. Like, they produce so many players for Division I hockey and for the NHL, and there are some people who grew up playing hockey that might not be in coaching hockey. Maybe I played this way and it worked for me. Well, I would answer that just basically like they're wrong. Like, the numbers don't lie. Like, if you look at those statistics of the amount of talent that the Russians produce, that the Swedes produce, that the Finns produce, playing in the small ice and the skill development, they blow us out of the water. They're not even close to the amount of rinks that we have. They're not even close to the amount of players that they have enrolled playing the game of hockey. Just the percentage of what they can produce and put in the NHL level, it's staggering to what we're doing. We Americans are kind of getting lucky in producing players, because we have so many kids playing. It would be scary if we could take the Swedish model and incorporate it in the United States, how many kids we would have in the NHL. You look in the NHL right now, for the most part, we are producing a lot of gritty, third, fourth line type guys that are playing in the NHL. But we don't have a ton of the Pavel Datsyuks, Sidney Crosbys, Evgeny Malkins. We're not producing those type of guys. We're not high-end skill guys. And a lot of that reason is, in the way we play the game for the kids at a young age, is there's too much time and space. We have these great 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old players that are phenomenal because they have so much time and space. And then when they get to 15, 16, 17, when everybody catches up to them and the time and space disappears, they can't make a play. And their confidence is shot, and they can't deal with that adversity. And you see a lot of these prodigy type kids, 12-year-old phenomenal Americans, that are almost done with hockey when they're 17, 18. We need to take away time and space. That's how you develop that talent at a young age.